Green Willis. So today we're going to be learning Green Willis. It's usually played in the key of D, but today we're playing in the key of C. We'll be in double C tuning. So if you want to play it in the key of D, just put a capo on the 2nd fret and a railroad spike on your 5th string 7th fret, and you'll be good to go. I'm going to be teaching you two versions. The first way is a stripped down version that's mainly about the chord melody. It has some hammer-ons and pull-offs, and it's a good little break. And then the second way is going to be adding on to that framework that we already laid out, and we're going to be doing some drop thumb pull-offs and some cool breaks and just, filling it out a little more. So if you like something from the harder version, you can always just kind of pull it out and put it on the basic version. If there's something you want to learn, you can always pick and choose and make your own arrangements. So I'll go ahead and play it for you. We're going to start this tune with the pickup measure. The pickup measure is hitting the 3rd string open, landing on the 3rd string 2nd fret, so a little hammer on. Then we're going to go into the first phrase. Notice that the end, those last two notes, that's a part of this first phrase, and it's walking into the next phrase we're going to play. So the first phrase we're going to learn. So it's over this C chord. We're going to put our middle finger on the 1st string 2nd fret, that C chord. And we're going to hit the 2nd string followed by a strum top. Then hit the 2nd string. Then hit the 1st string followed by a pull off. So what we have is 2nd strum top, 2nd pull off. We're going to put our finger back down on that C chord and hit the 2nd string again, followed by a strum top. 2nd, followed by a pull off from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret on that 1st string. So again, it's 2nd strum top, 2nd pull off. So the full phrase is 2nd strum top, 2nd pull off, 2nd strum top, 2nd pull off. That's the first phrase. The next phrase. So that line is open 1st string, and what we're going to do is go ahead and put your finger on the 3rd string 4th fret. So it's going to be open 3rd top, open 3rd, followed by strum top. If you look at the tablature, you see me making this G chord. Sometimes I don't do that. I just play it open. You don't have to make this chord. You can just go open 3rd, open 3rd, strum top, That's perfectly acceptable. So, or you can make that chord and it'll sound like this. So either way. Again, open, 3rd string 4th fret, thumb, 3rd string open, followed by strum top. Then you repeat that almost. It's going to be open, 3rd string 4th fret, followed by thumb, then 3rd string open. With the pickup measure, leading back into that first call, your final call, which is exactly the same as your first call, the first phrase that we went over, which was 2nd, strum top, 2nd, pull off, 2nd, strum top, 2nd, with a pull off from the 1st string 3rd fret to the 1st string 2nd fret. And then now for the final response, which is very similar to the response before. It's which, if you look at that final response, there's 2 ways of doing it, because you're going to play this tune twice. So you're going to play it once, and you're going to play it with the first ending, and then when you play it the second way, you're going to play it with a little different ending. So if you look at it, the tablature, there's a little section that has a 1 and a little section that has a 2. So I'll just show you that. Let's see if I can get you in on this. So if you look at it, you play the tune, you're going to get to here, and you're going to play 1, 2, 3. You're going to play this line, and then go all the way back to the top and do it again. And the next time you go back to this point, you're going to skip over here, and you're going to play this response. So play it once, play this. Play it again, play this. If you don't understand that, that's totally fine. Tablature can be confusing when you write it out this way. I'll play the tune a bunch, and just, that's how I learned. I didn't learn from tablature. I learned it from just watching people play the tune slowly at lessons or workshops or over stuff like this, tutorials. So I'll just play it over, and you just kind of pick it up as I play it over and over. All right, so that final response. The final response is with that pickup measure going into the first call again. So it is 3rd string 4th fret. Let's just go ahead and put a finger right there, and you're going to hit 1st, 3rd, top, 3rd, open. So put your finger on this string, 3rd string 4th fret, and hit the 1st string open, followed by 3rd top, 3rd string open. Then put it back down and hit 3rd top. Then you're going to make this 1 chord, and then you're going to hit the 2nd string, strum top, 2nd. So it's hammer on, leading into the melody again. So we have see how it kind of goes back into it. So it's so that's the first way of playing it. You're going to play the tune once like that, and when it comes back through for the second time, you're going to play it a little differently. You'll play it like this. You're going to go 2nd, strum top, 2nd, 1st, because that's leading into the B part. So I'll start off by playing the B section for you. So I'll play you the first call. It's starts off on the first string, 5th fret, and it's 1 strum top, then first string, 2nd fret, you're going to hit the string and then do a pull off, followed by a strum top. So it's pull off, strum top. So what we have is 5, 2nd, followed by pull off, strum top. Then put your finger back down on the first string, 2nd fret, and you're going to hit the 2nd string followed by a strum top. We'll do this twice. So that's the first call. Then we have and you're going to start that with your finger on the first string, 3rd fret, and you're going to hit the first string, then first string, 7th fret, and you're going to hit the first string followed by strum top. And when you strum top, you're actually going to be moving your finger to the 5th fret. So you're going to go 7 and then strum top on the 5th fret. So it's 7, 5. So what you have is 3, 7, 5, then first string, 3rd fret, followed by strum top on the 2nd fret, then open first string, strum top. So here it is. Notice that we're getting more than one melody. We're getting melody notes within the strum. We're moving it. We'll hit the first string, 7th fret, and then slide down. So we have this note, but within the strum, we're getting more melody notes even within our strums. So it may sometimes feel like you're just getting melody notes on that downbeat, but you're also getting up on that up strum. So yeah, that's the response. So I'll play the call and the response together. I'll play it slow and fast. So what we have is 1 and 2 and I'll do that again. 5, pull off, strum top, 2nd, 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, open, strum top. So now we're going to play the next call. Which is a little different from the first call. It's not the same this time. That's kind of neat. Similar though. It's going to start on the first string, 5th fret. And you're going to go first strum top, and then first string, 2nd fret, and you're going to hit the first string, followed by pull off and strum top. So we have 5, 2, pull off, strum top, then put your finger back down on this 2nd fret, first string, and you're going to hit the 2nd string, followed by a strum top. Then you're going to make your F chord, your 4th chord, which is a 3rd string, 2nd fret, first string, 3rd fret. And you'll hit your first string, followed by a strum top. So we have this. 5, pull off, strum top, 2nd, strum top, 4th chord, F chord, strum top, and then the response, the final response. So that is open first string, 2nd top, so it's first, 2nd top, then open 3rd string, 3rd string, 4th fret, So it's first, second, top, open, third string, fourth fret. Then make your one chord again, your C chord, first string, second fret, and you're going to hit the second string followed by a strum top 2 times in a row. So it's open, second, top, open, third string, fourth fret, then second, strum top, second, strum top. So notice on this one it has a first and second ending again. So the second ending just has that same pickup measure to start you off on the A section, which will be, leading back in. So let me play all of the B section, and then I'll go back through the A section and B section slowly. Here we go. Leads into the A section. 1 and 2 and Now for the harder version of Green Willis. So in case you're just tuning in for the second half, the harder version, this has a pickup measure, which we talked about earlier. And also, it's funny how the call and response, each section of this A part kind of leads into the next section. So, you know, the call at the very end kind of has a line that walks into the response of this tune, and how this tune really flows together. And then the B part's just trucking. We're going to start this tune with a pickup measure. We're going to start by hitting the third string open, hammering onto the third string, second fret. So after that we're going to hammer onto the third string, fourth fret. And we're going to do this in one solid, quick movement. And we're only going to hit the third string one time and do 2 hammer-ons. It's a triplet. After that, just for practice sake, let's go to this C chord, and we'll hit the second string followed by a strum top. So it's just to practice that movement. If you've never done a triplet before, it's hammer on second, strum top second. Great, so you have the pickup measure, which is, now we're going to go on to the first call. So it starts off on the C chord, and you're going to do a little drop thumb. You're going to hit the second string, and your thumb landing on the third string. So it's 2, 3, followed by strum top. So it's 2, 3, strum top. 2, then hit the first string, followed by pull off. So we have 2, 3, strum top, 2, pull off. Now we're going to do that same movement again. We're going to put a finger on the first string, second fret, and we're going to hit the second string with the thumb landing on the third string. So it's 2, 3, strum top. 2, so 2, 3, strum top 2. So what we have is then we're going to do a pull off from the third fret to the second fret on this first string. So it's, and that is the end of the call, and it's kind of leading into that response. So this is the call that we have. So it's 2, 2, 3, strum top 2, pull off 2, 3, strum top 2, pull off. With the pickup measure, it'll sound like this. After that, you have the response, which is so it's, and it starts off open with your first string and second string. It's a little drop thumb, so it's going to be 1, 2, then put a finger on the third string, fourth fret, hit it, and then pull off to the second fret. So it's first, second, third string, fourth fret, pull off to the second fret. So we have, and then you're going to hit the third string open, hammering onto the third string, second fret. So it's, then you're going to put your finger, your pinky, back onto the third string, fourth fret, and you're going to hit that third string, and then pull off on the second string. So it's, and I pull off without ever hitting that string. It's independent. I'm just making a sound by pulling off on the string. So what we have is first to pull off, fourth to second, hammer on, open the 2, then 4, pull off. So we have, after that, we're going to go first to pull off, fourth to 2. So then third string, open. So it's, so that full response is then the triplet. So we have triplet, which is that pickup measure that we had that leads back into the call. So I'll play you the first call with the first response, and I'll even add in that pickup measure to start. I'll play it a bit faster. Alright, time for the final call and response. If you look at this final call, this section that we're about to do, it is exactly like the first call. So you already know it. It's super easy. It's and I'll walk you through it again. It's going to be, you're going to make your 1 chord, your C chord, and you're going to go 2, 3, strum, top, 2. So a little drop thumb, 2, 3, strum, top, 2. Then hit your first string and pull off from your 2nd fret open. Then put your finger back down for 2, 3, strum, top, 2. And then you're going to pull off from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret on that first string. So alright, time for the final response. So it's so it starts off on the first string with a little drop thumb. So first, second, pull off from the 3rd string 4th fret to the 2nd fret, then hit the 3rd string open, hammering onto the 2nd fret. So it's first, second, pull off, hammer on. Then you're going to put a finger on the 3rd string 4th fret, and then pull off on that first string open. So it's then make your 1 chord and hit 2nd, strum, top, 2nd with the triplet, which then leads on to playing that A section again. So it's if you look at the call, or sorry, the response before this, it was. So it's very similar. The only difference is that last note, instead of pulling off on the 2nd string, I'm pulling off on the 1st string. So it does make a little bit of a subtle difference. And again, there's a first ending and second ending, and the difference is this one, the first ending, leads to a triplet that starts the A section again. The second ending is actually leads into the B section, which is alright, so that second ending on the B section, it's pretty straightforward, but let's go through it. You're going to put a finger on the C chord, and you're going to go 2nd, strum, top, 2nd. And this is where it gets a little different, is this last little line, these 2 notes. lead into the B section. So it's really a lot like the round peak lick. So let's just practice this right hand pattern first before we move on. Let's hit the second string, letting your finger roll through the first string, and then your thumb roll off. So it's 2, 1, 5, strum top. Again, 2, 1, 5, strum top. Now we just have to make the right shape. This is a pretty common shape. So it's first string, 3rd fret, second string, 4th fret. And we're going to hit the second string, letting your finger roll through the first string, then your thumb, and then we're going to put a finger on the first string, 5th fret for the strum. So it's and that leads into the B section of this tune. So let me play the B section for you. Let me play the B section for you. Leading into the A section. All right, so it starts off, really, it's hard to look at it without looking at the very end of the A section, which is, so let's start there, those 2 notes before the B section. You're going to put your finger on the second string, 4th fret, and first string, 3rd fret, and you're going to go 2, 1, then thumb, putting your finger on the first string, 5th fret, and strumming. And after that, you're going to play. And that is that same shape you had before. It's first string, 3rd fret, second string, 4th fret. But you're going to do drop thumb here this time. It's going to be 1, 2, open, first string, thumb. So it's 1, 2, first, 5. Then you're going to put a finger on your C chord and hit the second string and do a strum top twice. So all together with those first 2 notes from the B section, we have again 2, 1, 5, strum top, 2, 1, 2, open, 5, second. That's your first call. Your response is so it's back to this shape again. And it's drop them again. It's 1, 2, 1, 5, holding this shape, that first string, 3rd fret, second string, 4th fret. So it's 1, 2, 1, 5, then first string, 7th fret, then move your finger down to the first string, 5th fret for the strum top. So then you're going to put a finger on the first string, 3rd fret, and more drop thumb. It's going to be 1, 2, move your finger back to the C position for the strum. So it's, so what we have, open, first string, and that leads back into that same run again. So I'll play you the first A and B. It's one more time. leading into the call again, the final call, which is very similar, which is going to be 1, 2, open, second, strum top. Only difference is, instead of going second strum top, that second time you're going to make a 4 chord, this F chord, and you're going to hit the first string followed by a strum top. So it's 1, 2, open top, second, strum top, F chord, hitting the first string, strum top. Then your final response, which is first, second, third string, 4th fret, pull off to your 2nd fret. So 3rd string open, hammering onto the 3rd string, 2nd fret, hammer on, then 3rd string, 4th fret, pulling off on the 1st string. So it's 1st, 2nd, pull off, open, hammer on, 4, pull off, 2nd, strum top, 2nd. So alright guys, that's it for Green Willis today, but a few thoughts before I leave. I taught an easy version and a hard version. You can definitely pick through the hard version and take the bits that you like and add it to the easier version. This was a hard version of Green Willis. It was one of the harder lessons that I think that I've taught. It was definitely hard for me to teach it because there's a lot of, drop them in, and there's a lot of pull-offs where I'm not even using the right hand. You just pull off. And this tune also had a lot of anticipation from going from that A into the B, or whether you want to call it anticipation or pickup measures. So it wasn't an easy tune to teach or probably to learn. It's a really neat tune. But pick and choose what you like and make a better version of it. Because I don't necessarily think the more notes are better. It might be better to play a more straightforward version with some really, some nice shapes in there, and add in some of the drop thumb. Like you might, instead of doing some of the other licks, you might just keep this shape. Or keep that in the easy version. Add that in. You can go. Keep it easy, but throw in a few things that you like. Maybe throw in that triplet at the beginning. Or just take the easy version. It's such a nice straightforward version, and you can add drop thumb really easy to that B section. You can go. Kind of flush it out with some drop thumb. So pick and choose and have fun with it. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to email, and I'll be there to help. Thanks, guys.